My Money Workshop is celebrating 12 years of empowering our participants on their journey to financial independence. Today, we invite you to walk in solidarity with our participants as they take actionable steps towards their financial success. Our goal is to walk during the month of October and reach 1 million steps collectively. I'm sure we can all agree that that is a reachable goal. Now, show of hands, and like those of you on the Zoom could probably just raise your hands. How many of you have stopped in the recent weeks to reflect on the journey that's led you here today? In prepping for today's event and for this campaign, I've been thinking about the steps that have led me here. Some of you may have heard me joke about how a young budding artist ended up the executive director for a financial literacy nonprofit. Well, in hindsight, every role I've had revolved around ensuring people's economic success. I was lucky that I had great people walking behind me, pushing me towards my personal success. Now, as I sit here in front of you, I think about My Money Workshop and how our mission reflects my career trajectory. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so you see my lovely face. At every step of my journey, I've had teachers and colleagues, those that I'd like to call my sideline cheerleaders, teaching me and offering me their expertise so I can succeed. I learned early on why it was important to save and what decisions to make so I can live the life that I wanted to lead and not the one that others thought I should lead. I learned that I needed insurance, all the insurances. I started my retirement savings at 22 and even learned how to advocate for higher salaries. I don't know, but I do know today, I didn't know then, that they were all preparing me to be financially literate. With all the help of my cheerleaders, I successfully broke the cycle of poverty that so often afflicts immigrants who come to this country. And now I choose to be a cheerleader for others. I'm going to stop a second and just admit a couple of people who are in the waiting room. Welcome, everybody. Now, before I continue, I'd like to acknowledge our other cheerleaders, our board presidents who support me every day, Rob and Rich Yaffa. And Rich, unfortunately, was called to a work meeting right before the event, but I know Rob is in. Rob, do you want to, see, I can unmute you if you're, there we go.
Thank you, Janeda. Thank you for everybody to join today. It's very exciting for this STEPS challenge towards financial wellness. And it's going to be a very exciting event to watch everybody, not only from a financial wellness standpoint, but for fitness. And as I told Janeda earlier this week, I've thought about this very hard about financial wellness, but also how many steps I'm going to commit to. And I'm going to commit to 300,000 steps. And I am committing to raise $5,000 for My Money Workshop for this campaign. So I hope everybody will have fun doing this, and most importantly, get to a better financial position in their life.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rob. It's so great to hear. You're getting props in the chat there, Rob. Thank you so much. We also have a few of the My Money Workshop team joining us on the Zoom. Our own community and communications manager, Shweta Vikram, who is also a health and Ayurveda expert. And she's been a huge help with some of the lessons, especially the ones that we'll highlight today. And Joan Pelzer and her team from Joan Pelzer Social, who'll be on the socials chatting and connecting with everybody. So welcome as well. I'd also like to acknowledge our instructors and donors, as well as this evening speaker, Max Rafe, who will be talking later on. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Now, we invited you here today to not only open up our challenge, but to shed the light on the real connection between mental health and financial health, especially during these challenging times. We have a short video for you, and then we'll proceed with the program. Now, bear with me as I get all the technology working right. Apologies, because I always do this, and I forget to share my sound. Okay. Great, thank you for watching that short video. And as it said in the video, there is a direct link between your mental health and your financial health. And that's why we're here today, to raise awareness to the fact that financial literacy is important and it should be at the forefront of everybody's days and lives. We do have some stats here for you. 86% of respondents to a money and mental health survey, nearly 5,500 people with experience of mental health problems, said that their financial situation had made their mental health problems worse. Participants with household incomes of less than $20,000 per year were at increased risk of incident mood disorders during the 3-year follow-up period in comparison with those of income of $70,000 or more per year. A decrease in household income during the 2 time points was also associated with an increased risk of incident mood, anxiety, and substance use disorders. So to mitigate the effects of financial strain that our participants can experience, especially during times of crisis, My Money Workshop has doubled down on the lessons about that we teach about visioning, goal setting, as well as the link between the poor habits we carry into adulthood and where we learned them. Our curriculum sometimes even includes breathing and meditation exercises, as we know that the more stressed we are, the poorer the decisions we make. By joining us today, you are joining us as a financial literacy ambassador, helping us to ensure that our current and future participants can craft positive visions for their life. Now, I will ask Max Reef, our speaker, to join us. But in a second, I want to do a quick introduction to Max because I think his bio is really great. And we, let's see if we can get our screen share going again. This technology thing is awesome. Okay, here we go. Max is a personal trainer with a great story, and he'll walk us through, pun intended, with how he's helped others to walk their way to health. Max Reef is a personal trainer with 10 years of experience. What you probably wouldn't guess is that Max was overweight in his early teens. After enrolling in weightlifting summer programs and transforming his body, he gained a deep passion for health and fitness. In 2014, he opened a personal training and physical therapy studio. His training focus revolves around posture in order to optimize strength and endurance while keeping clients pain-free. Health and fitness is a lifelong pursuit for Max. His aim is to educate clients to improve their knowledge and skill set so they can create and maintain a healthy and happy lifestyle. So you can see why our mission at My Money Workshop aligns with Max's. Max?
Thank you, Janita, and thank you for having me. It's very nice to have a chance to speak to all of you. So years ago, while I was deep in a rabbit hole on YouTube, I came across a video about blue zones. The caption of the video was "How to Live to Be 100 Plus." And as a self-proclaimed life hacker, I was instantly sold. Blue zones are communities with a significant number of elders who live beyond 100 years old, and they're called centenarians. While researching the communities, it was discovered that they shared several things in common. In addition to eating wisely and having a positive outlook, the people of these communities moved naturally. In the Blue Zone community of Italy, they live in vertical homes, which cause them to walk the stairs frequently. In the Blue Zone community of Japan, they get up and down from the floors upwards of 40 times a day. And I did Google it. There are no gold gyms on the island of Okinawa, Japan. And in the Blue Zone community of California, they go for long communal walks together. Community is extremely important to these people. Personally, I have several groups of friends that I meet up to walk with, to play basketball, to box, to run. And being a part of these groups makes it a lot easier to accomplish a task of getting out there and walking and exercising. Maybe you're not interested in becoming a centenarian, but I bet you like to feel good and alleviate stress. Walking along with all forms of exercise encourages your brain to release endorphins, which boosts your mental health, decreases sensitivity to stress and pain, and can even make you feel euphoric. Physical activity increases blood flow and circulation, which can prevent numerous physical and mental illnesses. By walking now, you can mitigate and potentially prevent hefty medical costs later. And don't worry, I'll spare you from sounding like a pharmaceutical commercial. I'll just share a few of the many benefits of walking. You have improved sleep, decreased sensitivity to stress and pain, lowered risk of depression, lower blood pressure and cholesterol, increased weight loss, and increased brain power. Now, a testimonial from one of my clients. One of my clients is a teacher. About 10 days ago, she texted me, "Also, I took your advice and went for a run after work today. Best stress relief and felt so much better." And not one, but two exclamation points. This client of mine expressed a goal of losing weight when we first met. Movement and nutrition are major determinants of your body composition and your mental state. So naturally, we immediately became tracking her daily steps and her nutrition, which I do with all of my clients. The first few weeks of data showed that she was averaging about 3,700 steps per day. Now, mind you, this is already after we had an entire discussion about the importance of increasing her daily movement. 11 months later, she's now consistently averaging over 8,100 steps per week, so more than double. It took 11 months to get to that point, and she took way more than that off of my lifespan while in the process of convincing her, but it was well worth it. So when it comes to saving money or investing, you might have an opportunity to do auto deposits or auto investing. But when it comes to walking or exercise, the closest thing that you have to auto deposits or auto investing might be setting up a schedule or a time to move on your calendar, or setting alarms to keep yourself accountable. As mentioned with the blue zones, finding a community to share these activities with makes it a lot easier. Instead of sitting with friends for drinks or dinner, you can go for a walk. Physical activity combined with positive social interactions can also improve your mood, ward off depression, and improve self-esteem as well. How might one get started? A step challenge is a great way. The added push from doing a communal exercise can be a great way to start a healthier lifestyle. And much like a financial journey, this is a marathon, not a sprint. If you don't walk 50,000 weeks in your first 50,000 steps in your first week, it's no reason to get discouraged. It's an opportunity to see what you can change and potentially do better next week. Did you schedule time to walk? Did you honor those times you said you would walk? Were those the best times for you, etc.? If you optimize your financial plan, you can definitely optimize a step plan. Physical challenges call on us to show up and be our best. We may not always feel 100%, but we can certainly give 100%. I found that the best training results have come from the days I didn't want to go to the gym or show up at the track. In closing, the best thing I have to offer you today is one word: accumulation. This word applies to all aspects of health and wellness. Quite often, people only see the big picture and can't see the small, sweet steps that get them there. Walking 6,000 steps one time can feel a lot more challenging than walking 2,000 steps 3 times, but they both accumulate the same number. Don't be afraid to split up your walks into several small walks. In the end, 6,000 steps is 6,000 steps, and healthier is healthier. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Max. That's great advice. And I think that as we get to our the message across that anything and any amount, any steps helps with raising not just our health, but also the awareness of our campaign for this month and in the future. Now, I do have a couple of questions for you. I know I'm going to put you on the spot here, but is there a right way or a wrong way to get walking? So, like you mentioned, that it's a sprint, not a marathon. But sort of how for people who might have an injury or decreased mobility, how can they get started?
Certainly, walking on softer surfaces may help. Walking on a treadmill, just more of a controlled environment versus outside on the asphalt or concrete can certainly help. I don't know if you guys allow for ellipticals, but maybe in the first week, someone can start off on elliptical, get their joints used to moving around a little bit more, and eventually progressing to perhaps walking in a park on the grass, and the ultimate goal being asphalt and concrete, since that's what you're going to deal with most likely.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Anything goes, whether you're walking, making the steps at your desk, which is probably what I'm going to be doing, standing up throughout the day, or on the elliptical, or as you're doing walking around your neighborhood. However, you can keep your steps going is okay. Yeah. And then last question is: are there any sort of warm-up exercises that we should be doing before we're getting to our walk?
Because I genuinely believe, aside from standing, walking is the most natural thing that a person can do. I think just getting out there and starting to get your steps in is probably the best warm-up you can do. If your first week you're doing, let's say, 4,000 or 5,000 steps per day, eventually it won't be a problem to just naturally progress. I don't think you need to go through any stretches or anything like that.
Awesome. So as you can hear, it is easy to get walking and to do your steps. The more steps that you can make, the more and the faster we can reach our goal of 1 million steps. And we've got comments in the chat. People are already committing to doing their 10,000 steps. So that's really great to hear. Thank you so much, Max, for joining us this evening. And if you need to find out information about Max, where do people go?
You can go to hufitness.com, or you can find me on Instagram at The Conjurer.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Max. Now, as we progress to our next piece in our program, I'm going to walk you through how our challenge works. And I need to share my screen again for that. Okay, so we will. Okay, which screen are you seeing? The step challenge screen? Oh, I can't see people.
Stepping towards financial independence.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Great. So when you visit our pledge site, which is the link on the screen, we'll post that in the chat in a second. You will come to this screen. You will see these two buttons: Give Now, No Walking, or Join the Challenge. You can click No Walking if you want to make a donation and join towards someone else's goal. So let's say you have a friend who's donating walking and giving steps. You can definitely click on that and give them some, props and donate to their challenge. Or you can click Join the Challenge. You can, if you are selecting to make a donation directly to someone else's, a team or a fundraiser, you'll have the option to give a specific amount and also create a custom donation amount. So you can join a team, fundraise on your own, or create your own team. You can join the My Money Workshop team. So we've got a few people already joined into that team, and we're walking together to reach our goals collectively. Or you can fundraise on your own and set up your own fundraising goal and your own step goal, and that can get recorded for the collective again as well. So we have a short video here which we will show you, that will actually walk you through how this all works. Let's see. Okay. And give me a thumbs down, or if you cannot hear this in the chat, please.
We're so excited you've decided to support My Money Workshop by participating in the Stepping Toward Financial Independence Challenge. In this clip, I'm going to walk you through how to set up your own individual fundraiser page. To start, come to the campaign homepage and click Join the Challenge. Go ahead and click Fundraise on My Own. Enter your email address, your first and last name, any password you'd like, and click Create Account. We'll go ahead and skip through this page, and then you'll set some goals. Your default fundraising goal is $1,000, but you can increase or decrease this. And then you want to input your steps goal. So, knowing this is a month-long challenge and we're advised to get 10,000 steps a day, you're going to want to do some math on this. Most of my day is spent seated at a desk, so 7,000 steps a day feels a little more realistic to me. Thus, my goal for the month of October will be 217,000 steps. Next, we'll ask, How often would you like to be reminded to log your steps? Every day, every few days? This is totally up to you. I'm a little forgetful, so I'm going to keep mine as a daily reminder. Once your page has been set up, you can go in and further customize it. If you'd like, you can add a personal photo of yourself. You can personalize the reason why you're participating in the campaign, how you're connected to the organization. And if you'd like to add a different cover photo, you can do that as well. If you don't choose to do it right away, you can always make changes to your page later. For now, I'm going to skip it. And you're done. Your page is ready and ready for you to start fundraising, sharing with your friends and family. We make it super easy for you to share that URL, share to your social media sites. And this is your page. Like I said, at any time, if you need to make any edits, you can always click Edit Page to swap out your photos. Maybe you need to increase your fundraising goal or your step goal. If there's any other personalization you'd like to make, you have those options. There are a couple other features that are really helpful that I'd like to show you. One of those is the Updates tab at the top. This is where you'll be tracking all of your steps throughout the month of October. So we can't track them quite yet, but I can give you a sneak peek. This is the window that'll pop up as soon as you're ready to start counting your steps. When you do that, you have the option to add a little note that will be sent to your donors throughout the campaign. Additionally, if you'd like to share a selfie from the walk you took, or maybe link the route that you took on your run that day via Strava or Map My Run, you have a lot of fun options here. All of these updates will be shown on your page, as well as emailed to anyone who supports you. It's a great way for you to engage with your donors throughout the campaign. Speaking of your donors, clicking Donors tabs is where you're going to be able to see all of the donations that you have throughout the campaign. Additionally, perhaps the most important piece that you can use for your campaign is this Invite Donors button. By clicking this, we give you the option to send emails to your supporters directly from the platform. All you'll need to do is enter their first and last name, their email address, and you'll have the option to add a customized note. The best part about this is that it sends an automated reminder twice throughout the campaign, prompting them to make a gift if they haven't already or if they forgot to. So that's it. That's your campaign page. Again, at any time, if you need to make changes, you can do so by clicking Edit Page. That's all I have, but best of luck fundraising throughout the month of October.
Great. So that gives you a really clear picture of what the challenge looks like. If right now, if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them, that weren't answered during that video. You can put them in the chat or just shoot them through the live. We'll answer those. I think the really fun part is this social aspect. Like Max was saying, we can connect with each other and send pictures of us, walking, and like Joan is saying in the chat with our dog. You're not the first one, is that they're going to put their dogs to walk and have their dogs actually counting the steps. So however it works. But we think that, we know that walking the whole month might be a little challenging for everybody. So there are other options. You can choose a day during the month of October. Some possible dates are October 5th is National Be Nice Day. Right? Let's all be nice to each other or do something nice day. October 6th is National Transfer Money to Your Daughter Day. What better way than to raise awareness of financial literacy on that day? October 10th is Mental Health Day, World Mental Health Day. And again, as we've talked about it, that's really important to highlight. October 12th is National Savings Day. October 13th is National Transfer Money to Your Son Day. And I think that we just have one day that says transfer money to everybody day, and then we can all get some cash. And then October 15th is World Values Day, because we know that your values really reflect your own financial choices and decisions. So it's really important. And then also October 17th is International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. So on any of these days or the whole month of October, you can walk with My Money Workshop to raise awareness of our mission. Here at My Money Workshop, we provide our participants with tactics that empower them to learn to advocate for themselves as they begin or rejoin their financial journey. We teach our participants that there is power in knowledge, and that yes, you can reach your financial goals. Since our inception, My Money Workshop has served over 20,000 participants at over 1,100 seminars. By joining us in the Step Toward Financial Independence Challenge, you're helping to ensure that we continue to foster the economic success of our communities. Your donation of any level ensures that our communities receive the tools they need to succeed in this difficult economic time and in the future. I have, at any level, you can really make an impact. And I think I have here a little display of what that looks like. So $50 provides a one-to-one support session for one participant. $250 helps us bring one seminar to a school or public agency. And $2,500 ensures that monthly ongoing fundamentals of money management seminars are at local schools or nonprofit partners. So at any level, you know that you are helping foster financial literacy in schools, in the community, and you're helping people succeed. So I thank you for joining me as we kick off this month-long challenge to raise awareness to the importance of bringing financial literacy into the classroom and My Money Workshop's mission. Whether you are cheering from the sidelines, sharing posts on social media, walking, or donating, your support today and in the future will help amplify our mission. The more you walk and the more you raise, the more teens and adults we can guide toward financial independence. So let's get to walking. And here is the link coming up in the chat to our pledge. You can connect to us today. We will be sharing all month long in socials with our friends with Joan Pelzer Social. And we will, we hope that we can see you all walking and enjoy through the pictures that you share with us all your amazing goals. We've already had several people make donations to our challenge pages, create their own challenges. And as we heard earlier, our own presidents are creating their own challenge pages. So you can join our My Money Workshop team or their teams or create your own. So I hope to see you all soon. And at the end, we will share with everybody how successful we've all been. So here's to 1,000,000 steps toward financial literacy. I'll hang around if anyone has any questions, but thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Get to walking.
Thank you, Janita. Thank you, Joan. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I am going